What up, dumb dude?
What up, dumb head?
Dumb
What are you
head?
doing? Dumb head, yeah.
Man, I've just been sitting over here in some deep thoughts. Deep thoughts.
Have you now? Have you now?
Yeah.
Oh,
How
please
about
do
you?
share.
How about you? Do you have deep thoughts going on?
All day, all day,
Every day I do.
all day, every day. Deep thoughts.
What-
What's up, man? What are your deep thoughts today? What were you thinking about?
Well, man, I'm happy to say that my family and I we decided to go back to church. We started going back to church again. We had stopped, because of that whole COVID thing, and we finally got back in the church this last weekend, and it was rad, man. Like it felt really really good to be back in person in the church instead of just sitting virtually in your house. And you know an amazing message, amazing sermon that spoke to me a lot. And just one of the things that he said in it really kind of stuck with me, and I wrote it down and shared it with you, and I just thought it was really good. Is he said to the lines of you can't just show up to church and just like be there, right, and expect for God to do all these amazing things. Like you have to, there's an effort that you have to put into it as well. Like you have to put some effort, some time, some thoughts, some prayer, some uh you know input into what you're getting out. And it kind of really resonated with me because I feel that as a Christian, there's a lot of times that we, maybe we decide to read the Bible and we read through it, and I'm like, what do you really get out of it? What are you really taking away from it? And a lot of times, like, you're not going to get this like amazing results by just showing up. So you got to put something into it as well. And then that started making me think about like all the other things in our lives that we just maybe show up for and are expecting the result, but we don't get it because we haven't really put a whole lot of effort into it. So that was kind of the thought. That was the deep thought. And so yeah, let's run with it. What do you think?
Yeah, man, I have lots of thoughts on that. I guess the two that kind of pop out the forefront of my mind are one, there's also a level of faith in a process, and whether that's faith in your god, or faith in a system for business, or faith in working out. The results are not, the faith in that there are results, but they may not be what you expected. And to be humble enough to realize that you don't know everything, and you can't necessarily anticipate, I'll call it blessing, right? You can't anticipate the what the result may be a bigger blessing than the result that you want, and you just don't know it, right? So there's that, but there's also, I think it also ties directly to this. We're in this society of quick fixes and get rich quick, and I want to take a pill so I'm not fat anymore, or I want to take a pill so I get bigger muscles immediately, or whatever it may be, right? Whatever these things we tell ourselves. And we go on Instagram and Facebook to see what the good life looks like. And it's kind of, it's super frustrating because it's so damaging to people, and frustrating from the perspective of, like, I know people that base their lives on other people's Facebooks, and I'm like, how are we still, we're so educated and there's so much information at our fingertips, how are we still so dumb sometimes? how do do you really think that, and you don't even have to think, just do some research, but like, look at anybody who's having great success. Did you really think those people haven't, like, blood, sweat, and tears to get to the point where they are? Like, everybody wants to look at, I always highlight, like Jeff Bezos and where he's at, now, and Amazon, and he's so loaded, but everybody refuses to acknowledge the fact that dude was in, business was losing money for 2 decades, or however long it was. And all these challenges, everybody looks at Elon Musk and all this great success, right? But they don't look at, like, the rockets that crashed and fell out of the sky and wouldn't land, and the car prototypes, and the money, and the late nights, and the study, like all this stuff, right? Like, we just want to look at these these final results of something, and then to have the good life, whatever that means. And I think messages like this are so important, right? The process, the blessing is in the process. And sometimes a blessing looks like something that we would never even know, or we'd never even think at the time. And that's how it kind of works. We just did a podcast with Laura Parker, who that'll be coming out probably in a couple of weeks, and in Exodus Road. And she talks about like this life is not, it's hard, and there's difficulties, and the blessings that have shown themselves were not at all what she expected or anticipated, and or even sometimes wanted. But usually things that are hard, that's why not everybody does it. And I guess the last thought on that is exceptional. Everybody wants to be exceptional. They want this exceptional life, and we all are told that we all deserve to be exceptional. Well, it's, if you just look at the definition of exceptional, you recognize that not everybody can be exceptional, because then if everybody was exceptional, the world would be normal, right? It wouldn't be
Yeah.
exceptional. And so I think and it's okay. It is okay to be normal. It is okay to have an amazing life that isn't this idea of exceptional, and always, whatever it is that you may see on your computer or phone screen.
Yeah. Oh, I like it, man. That's good. It made me think about some of the, we're big on like mastermind groups, right? And we've joined a few, and um, we go into these mastermind groups thinking that we're going to get something amazing out of it, but we found that we didn't. And thinking back on it, reflecting on it, well, it's because that we didn't put in the effort. I did not uh, put in the effort to connect with people in that group, to reach out and to educate myself, and connect, and have fellowship with others. And like, it takes effort on my behalf to like get something out of it, right? And that's the same with athletics. That's the same with education. That's the same with, if you wanting to lose weight or be more fit. It's not, like you said, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take like effort. It's going to take a lot of work on your part. And so it's just a reminder to myself, if I'm going to join another mastermind group, or if I'm going to uh, attempt something new, like, well, you better go in with the mindset that it's going to take work, and like you're going to have to put in a lot of effort to get out what you maybe expect to get in return. So um,
And I think there's also the element of, um, I think there's the element of putting in the effort beforehand to even recognize if this is the right group for you. I
mm,
think that's where, and I completely agree with you. I didn't put in the effort in the group, but I also didn't put in the effort beforehand. I think the idea of different groups was really appealing to me, because I thought maybe those groups could fulfill a quick fix for me, whether it was whatever, making money, real estate,
yeah,
accountability, like whatever it was, and not really taking the time to think, this might not be, maybe I should do a little research, maybe dig a little deeper, maybe talk to folks that are in the group, and find out if the things that align, that I'm looking for and that are important to me, align. And if not, then, there's effort in that too. And so I think I fell kind of not victim. I victimized myself. I'm not a
yeah,
victim of it. It was a decision I made to jump too quickly into something that I maybe, it wasn't the right fit from the beginning. And I should have recognized that, because I put in a little bit more effort on the front end. And I
mm,
think that's important too.
yeah. And that goes with, with the church too, right? Like, are you putting an effort in your church, in your small groups, in your mastermind groups, in your family? That's another thought. There is, what effort are you putting into making your family better? So yeah, man, good stuff. Any other deep thoughts from you as a dumb dude?
No, man. No, I think, again, a lot of this stuff just boils down to taking time, being intentional, thinking, use this brain that God gave you, and put it into action, right? And do things. One thing that made me think when you were just talking about my marriage, okay, date night's important. Am I waiting for my wife to make a date night? Well, why am I waiting for her to make a date night? Just make a date night, dude. Make a
Yeah.
date night. Take action, make a date night, go do it. Don't wait for the thank yous. Don't do things. Don't say I love you to be told I love you too. It's the intentionality of our actions of being, thinking through them and then letting the process do its thing. And I think there's a lot of fulfillment in that.
Don't be a dumb dude and go put forth an effort. And if you are a dumb dude, have some deep thoughts.
Do
Or
deep things. If you're dumb, then just keep being deep in your dumbness, or hang out with dumb dudes or you shouldn't hang out with dumb dudes, but don't be dumb, be deep. But
see ya. Signing
do it.
off.
You're an idiot. Bye.
Bye.